Oh yes, the sweet sounds of the Albergue. Yes. Good morning, guys. It is day 2 on the Camino Francés. Buenos dias. The alarm went off at 6 a.m. The lights came on, but I actually woke up earlier than that because the guy next to me just kept snoring the whole night. It was just one of those. I don't know. Sunrise is at 8 o'clock right now, so it is kind of like pitch black. Had breakfast. I had to wait until 7 for the cafe to open, and I had orange juice, not freshly squeezed, café con leche, and toast. And I guess I have to head out, but it's not even lights out. I think the sunrise is at 8 o'clock here in Spain, and I don't even have a torch. Maybe tomorrow I'll start a little bit later. So I guess I'll see you all after sunrise. Is this enough light to start filming? It's been a while since I walked in the forest without a headlamp or a torch, but that's what I did for 2 kilometers before making it to the first open bar along the way, and also to this supermarket where I'm gonna get some fruits for today. It's been very cold morning. I mean, compared to how it was in France, I'm shocked. I mean, it was like in the 40s. I had to use like my face mask just to keep myself warm after I did the obligatory selfie at the 60 kilometers to Santiago sign just outside of Roncesvalles. I just started walking, and it was quite the experience. So yeah, let's get some snacks and continue on. At least the sun is out, but I don't think I'm gonna be waking up this early in the morning. In France, it was always at 7 a.m. So waking up at 6 when the sun rises at 8, nah. Why, oh why, are all the churches here in Spain closed? Come on, man, that is something that the French got it right. Every single chapel there, I say 99.9% of them, they were always open and you could go in and check them out. Stop at the supermarket and I bought some fruits, and I also bought, I did it again, another small bottle of red wine. For the road, you know. I also got some bread, you know, the usual. I have cheese and ham in my lunch box, so that will be my lunch today. Cold morning still, plenty of pilgrims. I mean, this is just like a caravan. I guess the herd is gonna start to thin out as the days progresses. Supposed to be an easy day today. I had to make it to the Albergue in Zubiri before 3 p.m. or so the owner keeps telling me over and over again on emails. Back in the countryside, I miss Spain, and I was here like a few months ago. Here we go. Zubiri, 18 kilometers. Last time I ran, I kept going to La Rosaña because I was following a guidebook and he gave me some shady information about Zubiri, if you guys remember. So this time around, I'm gonna stay there and then I'll make it to Pamplona tomorrow. As I made my way through the town, I saw other pilgrims miss the right turn that you're supposed to do by the ATM. You see the yellow arrows on the road, but I can't blame him because I did it last time around too. So yes, they'll probably find out as they're getting closer and closer to the end of the town and come back. Love all the flower pots on the houses and also the water running by next to the road. Just a special town. I guess it is the first one that you encounter here in Spain after Roncesvalles, which is kind of like a collection of albergues in a way. (9:40) when I made it to Espinal, another beautiful church, another church that's closed, and another gorgeous town, the second one on today's stage. We got a few of those along the way. Too early to stop to get a bite to eat, but maybe I'll have a little snack. Maybe something that I bought at the supermarket, like a tangerine. I think I'll do that. Hold that thought. As I was about to have my little snack, I saw an open bar and decided to have a café con leche instead. Of course, why? Because I'm here in Spain and I miss the café con leches so much. All right, enough horsing around, because right after Espinal we have the first of two 100-meter climbs. Not too bad considering that yesterday we climbed 1,400 meters and today we're gonna lose about 450. So let the climbing start then. 100 meters, piece of cake, let's do it. I don't know what it is about the forest here in Spain. It's just, everything lines up for me. I just love how tall they are, straight as an arrow. Then you got the canopy all the way up there, and the ambient down here is just perfect. The mood is set. I love the forest in France just as much, but here in Navarra and in Galicia, I don't know. Everything lines up for me. Welcome to Vizcarreta, the halfway point of the day. It is 11:30. I think I better hurry up if I'm gonna make it to Zubiri just in time at 3 p.m. There's a water source here, which is great. There's an open bar. The one at the entrance of town was closed, I don't know why. And I forgot that just getting into this town, you have to follow this like stone path road that they built, which is good and bad depending on how your knees are. I think I'm gonna have lunch here before heading out. Even though it's 11:30, I don't know. I think I will. Maybe I should. All right, I'll do it. Hold that thought. I think I'm gonna have lunch in the next town, which is not far away. I came here to this cemetery because since all the churches are closed, but the cemeteries are open. I was actually looking to see if there was like a water tap around here, just to keep my GPS tracks up to date. So you can always get them in the link in the description down below. I'm adding all the water sources, all the rest areas, all the places of interest, of course. And if there's something that I noticed on this Camino, let me back away a little bit because there are people over there, is that there's a lot of groups with support vehicles, which they're using it to kind of like stop to have lunch. They have like a picnic table and it's nice. I'm not gonna complain. I wish I had a support vehicle myself. Who knows, maybe next year. So yes, cemetery from 1930, what was that at the door? 1939? 1931. Let's continue on. Took my lunch break at the village of Lintuane. I saw the play area right in front of the racquetball court with a water source and everything kind of lined up, and I decided to make my lunch stand right there. I wasn't alone. There were 4 other locals that wanted my attention, and I made myself the biggest ham and cheese sandwich that I could make, and I also opened the bottle of red wine. So after that hearty lunch, I decided to do a round or a lap around the workout circuit that they have there. Just a little bit of fun before the rest of the day, which we have a climb now. I don't know if you can tell, there are no more towns until I make it to Zubiri, and it's around noon. So I have 3 hours to get there. I think I will make it. I will make it. I better make it. I have no plan B. way past the 75% of the way after reaching the second highest point of the day, where there was a food truck there. There was also the cops were standing there. And I just decided to keep going. I'm trying to make it to town before 3 p.m. I think I will make it. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and I think I have less than an hour, maybe an hour tops. Like today has just been amazing. Of course, the weather's cooperating, the sun came out, but of course we're under the protection of the forest here. And I'm not seeing any pilgrims either behind me or in front, meaning just for a little bit, I have the Camino all to myself. So yes, let's make it to Zubiri, an hour away, an hour downhill. I wanna get to that bridge, that famous bridge. I wanna film it, but probably after I check in. So it looks like I made it in time. 2:25, I had to be here before 3. It is this albergue right behind me, right by the river, so at least it probably has a great view. Today, 5 hours and 17 minutes. Not too bad, 23 kilometers. Let's go ahead and check in. Look at this bridge, man. One of the highlights of the trip, for sure. So here's a first for me. After checking in at the Albergue, taking my much deserved shower in a very fancy bathroom, doing laundry, which, you know, I had done it like last time I did it was in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, the first day that I got there, but I didn't do the clothes that I was wearing, so it was starting to pile up, and I do have enough to make it to Pamplona, but then in Pamplona, I will have to rush and find a place to do the laundry, and I just want to get there and enjoy it. So since they offer it here at the Albergue, I was going to say Jeet, at the Albergue, I decided to go for it, and I threw everything in that bucket. Went out to explore the town, saw a couple of very nice murals, and I also walked to the municipal albergue, which kind of looked deserted, even though I saw like a pilgrim or two in there. And then, you know, I started walking around the city, and I saw the only bar that offered food, and I went inside just to get a snack. So I ended up getting my first Estrella Galicia beer, which I always do once I get into Spain. And then when I was there, I was talking to the lady about, you know, having dinner there, and she told me no, that they closed the kitchen like around 4 p.m., 4:30. So I decided to, you know, have dinner at 4, because the other restaurant is like a kilometer on the other side of town. I wasn't gonna walk a kilometer there and a kilometer back. So yes, I had dinner like at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. It was a massive, massive dinner. I had like, what was it, like a rib from a cow with a salad with an egg and fries. I also had some dessert, of course, and a coffee and the beer. Everything was like 18 euros, which is not bad at all. And now it's just like 5 p.m. I'm just walking around the bridge and the little city center. There's really not much to do. I'm not gonna go to sleep super late. Tomorrow's gonna be October 1st. Tomorrow I get to Pamplona. Tomorrow is gonna be another beautiful day. I love Pamplona. And then sadly, I only have like 3 more to go before I make it to Logroño. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. So thank you guys so much. I hope you're enjoying the Camino Francés 2.0, because the first time was a long time ago, and this time around I feel like I'm just having a blast. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, but not at 7. No. If the sun rises at 8, I'm waking up like at 7:30. So see you around 8.